The 11th session of the 5th Legislative Assembly of the state of Goa concluded on Friday. The politician-police drug dealers nexus was the subject of debate in the state over the past few months and figured prominently during the 15-day monsoon session of the Goa Legislative Assembly, resulting in its disruption for the 7th time.
The drug issue rocked the House during the monsoon session. Though the proceedings of the House were stalled for 7 times during the 15-day session, the opposition failed to get an assurance from the Home Minister that the drug nexus probe will be handed over to the CBI from the State Crime Branch. Legislators cutting across party lines also slammed Chief Minister Digambar Kamath for not being able to bust the drug mafia nexus in which the police are also allegedly involved. Besides, the opposition benches grilled the ministers over the government's failure to bring prices of essential commodities under control. The government's move to build a hospital on a public-private partnership also came under severe criticism by the opposition, who pointed out several alleged irregularities in the procedures involving the project. Besides this, the port administration and the captain of ports are not to give permission to vessels to ply from the port before the Mines Department of the Goa government issued a no-objection certificate. No forest land will be transferred for mining purpose till a forest policy was in place, not putting the temples or any religious place in the state under the purview of the Right to Information Act were some of the major assurances given by the government. Besides, 2 important bills, namely Goa Panchayat Raj Amendment Bill 2009 with alteration that gave revision powers to district courts, and Goa Prohibition of Ragging Amendment Bill 2010, seeking to introduce several measures including setting up of anti-ragging squads to prohibit ragging in educational institutions, were passed by the House. The Assembly also witnessed a MLA belonging to the coalition partner Nationalist Congress Party, Francisco Xavier Pacheco, demanding stripping Ravi Naik of the home portfolio. The Assembly proceedings also saw the no-confidence motion moved by the opposition against the Speaker of the Goa Legislative Assembly, Pratap Singh Rauji Rane, which Mr. Rane survived comfortably, 23-14.
Assent of the Governor to the 7 bills passed by the 10th session were reported to the House besides 7 appropriation bills. The session saw the sailing through of the passing of 3 other government bills, besides the withdrawal of 1 government bill. 1 private member's bill, namely the Goa Cooperative Societies Amendment Bill 2010, was introduced. The general discussions which were put to vote after discussion and were negative, and the demands for grants were passed after discussion and voting in the House. The House Committee under Rule 171 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business of Goa Legislative Assembly was also constituted to examine the various aspects related to 4/6 laning of National Highway -17 and 4A in Goa.